Welcome back, guys, to another edition of Wicked Critics.
Woo!
Hey,
Let's
let me
go.
get that
Hey,
applause.
you
Come
want,
on,
you
give me
want
some applause.
Yeah. I'll give you some applause.
Let the fans know.
I almost forgot we had a live audience. That's insane.
We did.
Amazing.
All right, guys, calm down.
No more
Seriously.
jokes, though. Seriously, guys, let's get into it. We're breaking down Book of Boba Fett today. Also, we're going to be talking about Morbius. A lot of news this week about new TV shows and films. You know, we put a poll out earlier, what we're looking forward to. We'll get into that later. And then we got a little special treat. What are we going to call it?
Trivia.
Yeah, trivia.
We're going to come up with a better name. Don't even worry. We're going to come up with a better name than trivia. It's going to sound cool. It's going to sound hip. But for now, we got trivia.
Wicked trivia. Some wicked trivia is what it is.
Okay, let's break down this show.
Let's go. They didn't like it. That's okay.
All right, Quinten, this is kind of your topic. I'm going to let you take the floor.
Well, so we had Book of Boba Fett episode 2. I was really, really hype about it. So we start out the episode. Can we get a clip rolling? We start out the episode, and we're in present day. We've got Boba doing his not bounty hunter, his crime lord stuff. So it starts out with his mob vibe. He goes to see the mayor, who we come to find out actually isn't. I mean, we aren't sure yet, but it's not what we expected. He said he didn't send the assassin. So then he sends him over to the bar, and we have a big showdown in the middle of Tatooine. It's sick. And we get one of the sickest cameos we've had in Star Wars in a while. Black Chrysanthemum. Nailed that name. Thank you, Jesus.
Yep.
And
okay, before this guy gets into it, he's a little
I'm sorry. I'm a little excited. I'm sorry.
Hey, let's take a second. Let's breathe, breathe together. All right. Let's get into this. All right, so we open up. We got Fennec, and we got my boy Boba sitting on the throne.
Yep.
We have that the assassin sitting in front of him. And I thought Fennec had a great opening, made her a little more badass. Probably my favorite character in the show, honestly.
She's really sick.
She didn't get as much screen time in the second episode.
She's not
really
that
wasn't
important yet. I mean, she's going to be more important towards the end, I feel like. I feel like she's the only family he has right now. And with the mayor making that little jab at family, I feel like they have to kind of, in a way, get Boba's family. Finally get one.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that's what the Tuskens are going to represent for Boba. That's going to give him that family structure he's always seemed like he'd crave. That we have in the flashback, we see him looking out the window at Slave One leaving, alluding to him missing his father. And obviously his father dies when he's at a young age. So there's all these different things, and I think the Tuskens are providing that family that he's looking for. And now he's like, okay, I've got this figured out. I could definitely be the crime lord, but he's finding out it's a little bit harder than that. So,
in the beginning of that second episode, it started with them him in the throne, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think every episode's going to start like that?
I feel like it kind of should if they're going to.
I feel like it could, just based off the first
eventually
two.
he's going to have to go. He's going to kicked out or something. He's going to lose the throne and then get it back.
He's definitely
I don't. Okay, let's hold on my thoughts.
Like my
let's
theory?
hold on my thoughts. Yeah, let's just wait. All right, so before we get to the Bantha tank or whatever it's called, probably will never pronounce it right. But
what's it called?
Back to tank.
Back to tank.
Back
to the tank.
Oh. Hold on. For the flashback does. We like that.
Wait, say it again.
The flashback does.
Did I say that?
You can boo me. That's fine. But flashback does. The people at home might like it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh no.
Hey.
But Boba comes outside. He goes to the little spa area. What's her name? The character that he talks to in the spa.
Garza Fwip.
And he points out that she is sweating, so she's a little nervous because she didn't expect Boba in that moment there.
He put some pressure on her.
He said, "You're sweating like a Gungan on Mustafar."
Yeah. Honestly,
all I thought about was Obi-Wan and Anakin right there when she said Mustafar.
So
I was
funny.
like, shit, took me away.
I think she thought giving Boba that sack of cash was like, don't bother me for a while.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And now he comes back in, and she's like, "Oh shit!" Like he's really on me.
Nah, Boba. I think that was some of his best dialogue when he was in there because he was like, "Is there something I should know?" Like, I'm the boss. Is there something I need to hear about?
Because then he gets outside and he sees the twins, the Hutts.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you have know more about them, right? Like who they might be.
So there's speculation about who both of them are, but neither of them been confirmed in canon. The female one has been seen, supposedly, if this speculation is correct, has been seen some in comics, but nothing in live action. I think the male one is Rada Hutt, who was smuggled away from the Hutts by the Separatists during the Clone Wars. But, I mean, that's just speculation. I don't know that for sure.
Quick little detail that has nothing to do with the storyline. when the twins came in, no shot, 15, 16 dudes can carry them.
Oh yeah, they can. They have so
no
much.
shot.
It's
They're so
bending.
heavy.
It's
They're
bending.
know that's
it doesn't
what you're
matter.
saying.
It's bending. Like their
They have
backs
a
will
lot
be
of dudes there.
broken. Just a little detail.
How much do you think they weigh?
A lot.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's a lot.
What is a lot?
Lots of a lot.
More than 10, 15 dudes can carry.
I don't know. And then we get finally,
2 tons.
I think the most badass shot of the whole episode. We get a little Wookiee action. My
Oh
boy
yeah, that
pulls
was hard.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Black chrysanthemum.
Yeah,
Chrysanthemum.
because like I don't know.
Is that how I
A
do
lot.
it?
Okay, so
Chrysanthemum?
just
Yeah.
to make it easier on everybody, he's called for short Santy.
It's kind of fire.
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of like that Santy.
Yeah.
That goes kind of hard.
So Santy pulled up, and you can see Boba's like immediately not even paying attention to the Hutch really. Like he was kind of just focusing on this Wookiee who's walking up, and this dude straight out of Lurt's Lord of the Rings pulls up.
Yeah.
You already know this guy's certified. Like
Strapped up.
yeah,
He's gonna come in and provide a dope fight with someone.
Yeah. Well, he's essentially their bodyguard, kind of.
He's essentially their Boba Fett.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
literally.
my theory for that is that because it's doing the whole mafia vibe, right? So he's the Hutt's, the twin Hutt's muscle. Okay, so
Exactly,
Boba's muscle. Perfect character would be Bosk. There's the hatred between Wookiees and Trandoshans, which is what Bosk is. There's that hatred between them. So Bosk fitting in right there is Boba's muscle to kind of match that would make total sense. But
Yeah.
it also would make total sense for them to fight. So we'll see what happens.
Honestly, I just don't see Boba bringing in anybody else. I think because
He
the
has
twins.
a lot of people though, man.
The
He
twins
just
are
bring
like
in a lot.
literally giant slugs. They can't fight anybody, so
Yeah.
they have to have somebody.
Yeah.
Boba, his reputation, he can do it on his own. Why is he gonna call up
Man.
a lizard to go do his dirty work?
Because
Man,
they're boys, and he's
Are they boys?
He's no
Are they
longer a
boys?
bounty hunter. That's what he's trying to get across. He has gone to this point in his life where he's had to work his way all the way up, always, just to be the best bounty hunter in the galaxy, get respect. And now he really doesn't care about respect. He cares about doing the right thing, and he knows what he's good at.
and I think
He doesn't want to kill people anymore. Like that's not his prerogative anymore.
And I think that's what the lizard trip.
Well, let's wait. Let's
No, because it relates to what you're saying. So the lizard acid trip, I think that really like relates to what you're saying that he has in the flashback, because the tree represented him like trying to climb up this crime syndicate, the whole crime world. But he realized, I'm just going to take my piece, the branch, and do my own thing.
Yeah.
You know. So I really am excited for where the show's going. It's going to be really good. It's going to be
Personally, I didn't see it as like that deep. I thought it was a little weird that there was a tree in the middle of the desert.
Agreed. Fair.
Because, he literally just walked up on this giant tree. Like,
Yeah, I agree with you. I
okay, I'm
think
not
it's like-
there. Like, there's no backstory
I
on it.
just
I
think
just
it's
have
like
to take it as
symbolic.
it
This
is.
tree's holding him back as like the ways of his past, pretty much. Camino
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
washing
because you're
on
seeing
him
the flashbacks.
as he's trapped in it,
Yeah.
and then he breaks out, and it's all. I mean,
And honestly, the Tuscans made it seem like they knew this was going to happen, so they had to have known about the tree.
Yeah. It
But
seemed
I
like
think
it was
I think it would have been better if they made like a subtle connection maybe between the Tuscan Raiders and the tree, just so it didn't literally just pop out of nowhere.
right. I
You know
think
what
it
I'm
was
saying?
kind of like a subtle connection between the Tuscans and just like how they're like integrating him into the tribe.
Yeah.
You know. So,
Exactly. Like that's one of their rituals.
Yeah, it's definitely they're like initiation.
Because
that's what I was looking
after he was done with the lizard, he took it back. So obviously he's going to use it again.
so
Yeah.
after episode 2, what are your thoughts on the Tuscan Raiders? What do you guys? Are they good? Are they bad? I mean, is there even good and bad in the world anymore? I mean, George
Well,
Lucas was a
what do you
really
think?
good and bad.
What do you think, Corey?
I think they're good. Like they're kind of like the people on Dune. They're misrepresented.
I think it's like this. I think they're like Boba. They're good to a certain point. They're in it for what makes the most sense to them, which isn't your typical hero, especially in Star Wars. So that's what makes Boba interesting. That's what's making the Tuscans interesting right now, is that they have ulterior motives that you could, that obviously are righteous in this situation. So, but that's not always the situation. We have, Phantom Menace, they're just shooting at pod racers for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
And the Tuscan guy even said that some of the other tribes had resorted to killing to survive. So again, that's the whole anti-hero thing. They're
Yeah.
playing off of they had to survive, so they had to kill people.
And maybe they're devoting so much time to the Tuscan Raiders because they have such a history of being literally good for nothing.
Yeah, that's true. And it's just been, Corey, I think you may have said something about this earlier. It's just a good way for world building, 100%, giving more depth to this kind of obscure thing.
This is the
Understanding
point I was trying to make.
roots.
It's just like in these shows nowadays, it's all action. I mean, that's what everyone's looking for. And when you can actually have an episode like this where my favorite part wasn't an action sequence, it was a shot of Boba Fett coming back with bikes and composed well and shot like this show is actually very well put together. I feel like there's not really any downfalls of it. Story wise, it's pretty good. The backwards plot is great. I mean, a lot of shows do that. The Witcher did it. I mean, every show's doing that nowadays, and it makes sense. It gives two different stories at once. The Arrow did that when we were into that too.
Yeah.
It just, and they build this world that's already built, and instead of tearing down or breaking backwards in time, like rewriting what already is out there, they're just adding layers to the story of it. Like, you can interpret it in so many different ways now, just because you see how they interact, you see who you like, where loyalties reside, how it just brings the world. It makes it bigger.
It tells two different story and then connects it.
Well, my favorite thing I think about the episode and just throughout the whole thing so far has just been how almost the genres are so different in between flashbacks versus the current time period, because we have the whole almost like Godfather vibes going on in current time period as far as he's going around. He's collecting taxes in the first one. That's what he does at Garza Thwip's place.
Because they owe him, right?
Right. They owe him for protection, right? So that's exactly what you do in a mob movie. And then we go to Western Samurai where he's learning all these different Tuscan fighting skills, and then they have a train scene. It's so many different things. I would compare it to almost like Harry Potter in that, like, there's so many different genres and types of filming going on with this show. It's been really impressive.
Yeah.
So I think we about covered everything. Any predictions going forward?
Actually, I want to cover one more thing before we get out of it. Just because I feel like these two characters were important, but they weren't really given a chance to explain who they were. So when Boba Fett is like, the train comes by and he's freaking out, and he's like, I'm going to go stop it. Like, just let me help you.
And he knew exactly
what he was up to this little bar, and there's a biker gang who was in episode 1 who tainted the water of the city.
Briefly.
So he gets in there, and they're obviously causing problems. These two humans are in there. They look like people from Luke's town.
No,
definitely.
So it was confirmed. So the place they went, the bar that all the people were in, it's called Tashi Station. It's a deleted scene from A New Hope, and the two people in there, and I had the names earlier, but I don't have my notes in front of me now.
Like the couple?
Yes, the couple. They're both named characters in that deleted scene.
We'll put it up on the screen.
Yeah, I'll put it up for you guys so you guys can see. But they're both canonized in that moment. It's also Tashi Station is canonized, which was a whole deleted scene from A New Hope that wasn't in the original movie. But it's just kind of a cool little Easter egg for people who care about Easter eggs.
For people who know, because it doesn't do anything to the story, but if you do know, it enhances it.
Yeah, it expands the story because those two people, the male guy was friends with Luke Skywalker when he was a child. So it's just a cool expansion of the lore for sure.
And before we get into thoughts and reviews, one more point I wanted to bring up, and I think it would be a good discussion point, would be there's obviously another crime syndicate. Like, I don't know what Boba's is called yet, but there's obviously another one in Factor. I mean, they were obviously the train, mining spice in Kessel. What do you think? You think it's Pike?
No, I know that's Pike. That's the Pike Syndicate. Just because the face mask they wear, that's just Pikes. Only Pikes wear that.
So you don't think that Crimson Dawn could have taken over Pike and used...
It's possible, but I feel like if they were going to do Crimson Dawn, they would have just done humans. Like, they wouldn't tease the Pike Syndicate, because people like me who care about the little detail Easter egg thing, they're like, oh my god, they're bringing the Pikes in, and then they don't even bring them in.
Yeah, but everyone thinks Kira's in this if she's not.
Well, who's to say that both things can't be true? You know,
I just feel like there's already another crime syndicate in there. There's already the mayor. I mean, there's already 3 probably villains right now. You can't keep adding these villains in a 7-episode show.
But they're not necessarily villains. It's just like
they are villains.
It's just like side pieces right now, because the mayor, they didn't even devote that much time to him. He doesn't even have like a real purpose. He's just there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't really know the purpose of the show yet.
And I would think that's something Star Wars does throughout all this movies.
I think The Mandalorian's a lot different pace than this.
Well, no, I'm just getting it as far as they have like side characters who you intentionally always want a little bit more information. And that's what makes a lot of their characters. That's what the reason there's a whole Boba Fett show. He had 5 lines in the original movie, and he was interesting because he looked cool and he had cool lines.
Yeah,
honestly, now he doesn't even have that many lines.
Yeah, and
He rarely.
I think that's what's good about it, though. I think the non-dialogue with the Tuskens kind of
goes
in a way is a conversation in itself.
But it's just Boba Fett.
Yeah,
that's just how he is. It's not really. It's more reputation than him speaking to you.
He's literally based off of Clint Eastwood in all of his cowboy movies, and he always didn't say a lot. And I think another thing too, and this is my last thing I'll say before we wrap this up.
I want to hear your predictions, but keep going.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So he always, if you notice, one of the big complaints has been he takes his helmet off a lot. I think they're treating his helmet as essentially like a cowboy hat. When he goes inside, he takes that off, like, because he's doing business. And that's like what a cowboy would do. That's just a little thing I've noticed, and I've seen a lot of people complaining about that, but that would be my explanation.
That's interesting, actually.
Because
it makes sense.
One more little theory I had from it, too, and I hadn't said this already.
He wanted to wrap it up like 5 minutes ago.
We're letting him talk, though, because he loves Boba Fett. He loves Boba Fett.
I'm sorry if I'm cutting you off.
No, let him go.
So one more thing. So a lot of people have been like, "Oh, why doesn't he use the jetpack?" Which at first I was like, "That's a pretty valid question, valid point."
I'm one of them. Why doesn't he use the jetpack?
But my thought about it today, when I was talking to one of my friends, I was like, maybe he's like insecure about using the jetpack because it literally is what knocked him in the Sarlacc. So maybe he's literally like hesitant to use that right now.
But
because he's like nervy about it.
It wasn't the jetpack that knocked him in; it was blind Han Solo hitting him off.
But it malfunctioned because Mando did the same thing to it in season 2 of The Mandalorian. When
maybe it's just not fixed. Maybe he hasn't had time to look at it.
I feel like he fixed it. I feel like he's just like insecure about it or nervous about it.
His chest plate has a red meter under it. What does that do?
I don't know exactly what it does.
Like read his vitals?
It's honestly probably just an aesthetic. I'm sure there's some reason for it.
All right, predictions for episode 3.
Yeah.
Go to you first, Quinten.
So my predictions going forward, I'll do just 3 quick ones. So I think we'll get Bosk because I already kind of mentioned it, but the Wookiee Trandoshan feud. We had Doc Strachey from episode 1, who's played by the director of the show, Robert Rodriguez. And then my second prediction, I think we're going to get Kira from Solo: A Star Wars Story. And yeah, that's actually all I got. I don't want to take any
Question real quick. Kira played by who?
Emilia Clarke.
You think it's going to be her?
Yeah, dude. She's going to be in Secret Invasions this year for Disney already.
Just so we know, that's Daenerys, right?
Yeah, that's my girl. That's Daenerys. Come on, man.
Love her.
Who doesn't?
It's the mother of dragons, breaker of chains, people.
Oh, man. Yeah. She can break my chains. Yeah.
That's getting cut out. Right?
Seen her naked.
Nah, that's
I might leave it. We may cut that.
All right, guys.
So
we are moving on.
Hold up. So my theory is,
let's go.
I think the Hutts are gonna like undercover push him out, like kind of sneakily. I think they're gonna sneak him. They're gonna sucker punch Boba.
Ooh.
They're gonna get him out. They're gonna take off for a while, and then Boba Fett's gonna go get his boys in the sand, the Doom Boys, the Tusken Raiders, and they're gonna come back and run it up. That's my theory.
All right. My thoughts?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So this is what I think should have happened. I think that the Tuskens, the mayor or Jabba or the Hutts are going to find out that he was with the Tuskens, and that's why he carried that staff. And I think they're going to go out and get the biker gang, and they're going to attack the Tuskens and kill some of them.
Ooh.
And that's going to pull the Tuskens actually to Boba. Boba won't go out and reach out to them. He'll get pulled back in, and that's how the fight will happen. That's when he'll leave the throne, go fight, and then come back and get it.
Boba would be so pissed.
How cool of a theory would that be?
If they killed them, bro.
That'd be like some Anakin going to avenge his mom type shit.
All right, let's end this, guys. I'm going to rate it. I think that'd be a great theory, but hey, we'll talk about it some more. It's good.
I think this kid's seen a little spoiler or something. That was good.
No, I just thought about that, honestly.
No, that is actually a very good theory. I would love if that happened.
Honestly, that'd be a cool way. Like, the kid dies, and like the little Wayne looking one comes and like tells it.
Yeah. I think the little Tusken Raider.
That's my favorite.
The black Tusken Raider.
Little prodigy.
He's
going to die.
Guys.
I think little man's going to die.
Nah, Disney's not doing that.
I just can't see Disney doing it, but
or maybe his dog or something. The little fucking.
All right, Crispy. Rating
Hogman.
Right now. What is it?
Rating 7.7. 7.7. 7's a good number. Gave him 7.7, adding up to around 8. I think it's a good rating.
It's a solid rating.
Yeah, that's what I got.
For me, it was a 9 out of 10, maybe 9.5 out of 10. It was my favorite episode.
All right, give me a number.
9.5 out of 10. It was my favorite episode.
9.5. That's
it was
too
my
high.
favorite episode of anything Star Wars I've ever watched.
What?
My only complaint, and I'll let you go. My only complaint. My only
9.5.
My only complaint is we just didn't get enough like present time stuff going on. I still want Boba to have his badass moment in his armor this season.
Question, Quentin, what is a 10 for you, dude? Like 9.5?
A 10? I don't think I've seen a 10 TV Oh, that's a lie.
Are we just doing TV shows in my rating? Like, what?
You go watch the Battle of the Bastards. That's a 10 out of 10 on TV.
Yeah, I mean, Game of Thrones, I wouldn't even give that a 10 out of 10.
No, there's some episodes.
Get like a 9.8.
No, there are some episodes that get 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
Oh, okay. We're doing it on episode.
Okay,
all right, let's move on. Let's move on.
Can I not give a rating, or are we just going to skip?
This man's rating is garbage, dude.
I'm going to give it an 8.7. I went up because
my boy 0.7.
Ludwig Göransson has great skills. He just composes everything. He's a beast. And I loved it. Honestly, I loved all of it. The only part I didn't like, I thought it was slow pacing in the middle, but like during the train scene. But other than that, it was shot great. I thought all the references to the backstory were great. And I'm looking forward to it. So that's all a show can do.
100%.
If you're looking forward to the next episode, then
I think honestly, I think us talking about it so much is making us view it better.
Yeah,
because we're all bringing up good points, you know.
Yeah, it's making us appreciate the show more.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely.
All right, guys, let's move on though. In news this week, the movie Morbius got pushed back again.
Surprise, surprise.
6th time. The Sony Pictures had a statement. They were like, "Look, guys, Omicron's really bad." So are we gonna believe that, or is Andrew Garfield appealing?
Hell,
is he coming?
It's definitely to put some more stuff on the movie. If you're going to delay a movie 7 times, it's definitely to do something bigger than Omicron. I mean, people are obviously going to the movies. Spider-Man just blew up. I mean, so I don't think
crazy.
I don't think that's an actual reason. I think that's a pass.
Which universe he's set in though?
Say again?
Which universe is he going to be set in?
I think it's going to be something with the multiverse going on because
no shot Toby's in it.
I would be thrilled, but I'd be
no shot Tom's in it.
I honestly, personally, I don't think Tobey Maguire wanted to be in the last Spider-Man movie.
No, he did.
He wanted the fat check.
He wanted the fat check, but like, did he really want to be seen as Spider-Man again?
I read a lot of stuff after.
Bro, he made his movie
out.
20 years ago.
Yeah,
like, he's way
You're
past
Spider-Man,
that.
dude.
And he didn't want to come. This is just from me reading, but he didn't want to come back originally. But once he was like on set doing it, and I think like we talked about this previously, but just like the improvement in tech and stuff like that, he's not having to do nearly as much.
I definitely think they made him feel way more comfortable, like on set.
Yeah, because he had the back problems and stuff. He probably didn't want to be like flying around and stuff like that.
I mean,
which he probably
honestly,
didn't have to.
Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield are like great dudes apparently. So like, I bet it would have been so much fun to just team up with them. Because I mean, a lot of actors are just like,
well, I just
wouldn't
feel like
be as cool about it. You know?
I just feel like as it pertains to Morbius, like the ending of it of Spider-Man No Way Home, it changed everything for the way they're going back into it. So I feel like they're not going to touch Toby's timeline. They're going to act like it wasn't affected that much.
Yeah.
But if they are going to bring a Spider-Man in, and we already get flashes of it in the trailer. I mean, we get the picture of Sam Raimi Spider-Man on the back. We get Oscorp. We get a rhino and a black cat in the Daily Bugle. We get a lot of information about different universes. And we get the Vulture from Homecoming Spider-Man. Like, I just think the multiverse is still open after the movie ends.
Yeah.
They only helped Peter Parker out in that universe because everything changed. I mean, one day they just woke up and the whole Empire State Building or like the Statue of Liberty was just gone.
Yeah.
Like, what?
So what do you, Corey, what do you think about this Morbius movie?
I'm not looking forward to it, honestly. It wasn't on my list.
Not looking forward to it? Seriously?
Like, I am now because, like, I'm pretty sure Andrew Garfield is going to be in it. So it's going to be like a Venom 2. Like,
you're definitely looking forward to it.
Not really, man.
We'll see because...
I'm looking forward to it because it's another movie coming out.
It's just Sony, though. I just don't trust them, dude.
Well, I mean, we'll see. It's just going to kind of depend.
And I'm sorry. He was a terrible Joker. Why do hell do I think he'll be good as another villain?
I just didn't like him even in the trailers. But, you know, at the same time, I'm hyped to get anything new that's Marvel related. And I'm hoping it ties into the other Spider-Man like we're saying.
Honestly, I think it depends, though. Because this actor, what's his name? Morbius dude?
Jared Leto.
He's
terrible.
he's good in a
good
lot
actor.
of movies.
Yeah,
Like,
he is, like, I'm not trying
but
to
the
hate
thing
on him.
is, no.
He's a weird dude, man. He
good.
has, like, a private island and stuff.
He's good in like dark movies. So it just depends on what they're trying to portray Morbius to be. Because like I don't know, there was some murder movie when like he was like the suspect.
Yeah, it's with Denzel.
Yeah, it was a good movie, and he was like so.
He's a creepy dude.
Yeah,
like,
he's creepy.
He's a good
so like
actor.
if that's what they're going for, he's gonna hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. I mean, I think he'll definitely nail it for like the creepy side. I think the movie, and I haven't seen it yet, obviously, but if they could go full horror with it, I think it'd go really hard.
So do I. It would be crazy. It'd be nothing people have ever seen.
Yeah, and like people like when they switch it up and they go like super gory or something like that, and people are just getting fucked up, you know. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm cautiously optimistic. My only thing is when a movie gets delayed this many times, there's problems. Like, but even because it was getting delayed before Spider-Man, so they knew. Like,
Yeah,
even
this
then,
movie is supposed to come out in 2020, guys. So
yeah, so I'm not too confident.
It's gonna be mid.
Yo, you know what we should do? Projected rating
6.8.
for Morbius.
I'm projecting like a 4.
I would say Venom 2 was like a 6. So I'm
I
expecting.
don't know. I have a
That's
feeling
pretty
about
high
this.
for
I think
Venom
it's gonna
too.
be good. I'm gonna give it a
I
projected.
mean, a 6 is pretty bad.
I'm gonna get. Nah,
That's a dud.
No, it's not. Not on my scale. 6 is okay.
I thought Book
It's
of Boba Fett
it's-
episode 1 was a 6. So
You did not rate it a 6 last episode.
1 through 10,
You're lying.
5 is mid.
you know what, Corey? Make him. You
You
guys
were,
can go watch.
yeah,
and
go
find
watch
out.
it, dude. This dude acted like episode 1 was 10 out. I'm pretty sure you
Go watch
tweeted
it
it was
and
10
find
out
out.
of 10.
Episode 1, 9.9.
Go watch the
Episode
breakdown,
2,
guys. Come on.
9.7. Episode
Nah,
3, 10 out of 10.
Episode 4 like a
I was
6.
realistic about episode 1, but this
Like, sorry, guys,
episode.
this sucked, actually.
God. Nah, seriously, if you come out and
All
say
right,
episode
no, moving
3
on,
is the
moving
best
on.
thing you've ever seen, I'm going to hit you in the face.
Moving on, guys.
I
We
might
got
have
the
to.
last trailer for
man.
Peacemaker. It's coming out next week. John Cena reprising his role from Suicide Squad. I think it's going to be mid as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah, mid.
No,
mid.
no mid here. No mid here.
Filler show. Take up time.
Show. No, everybody does like to throw the word.
It is a
filler
money
around
grab.
now.
It's a money grab for sure.
No, see, it's not a money grab.
I don't think it is either because I don't think it's grabbing that much money.
content. They have no content.
James
right now.
Gunn, who is making the show, plus he made the Suicide Squad. He said pretty much half the show is just unused footage from the Suicide Squad. So I feel like they just were looking
There's
back.
no way half the show is unused footage from Suicide
Look, that's the
Squad. How does
director's
that
quote.
make
Yeah,
That's the
there's
director's
no
quote.
shot. I
Listen,
don't
it's the
believe that at
director's
all.
How does that make
Look it up.
any
How
sense?
could you make a storyline with
Look it
just
up.
Peacemaker's lines?
Give me a laptop.
Yeah,
Like,
what? A
it
fact
up.
check. Can we
Please
get a fact check?
call them out in the comments, please.
Please do, because you'll look foolish.
This
You'll
dude
look
was talking to me
foolish.
earlier. And he was like, "John Cena's a bit like funnier
this
than
dude-
Ryan Reynolds."
Yeah,
So I was like,
I'm gonna
dude,
keep
what?
it. I'm gonna keep it a
I
buck.
was like, dude, let's keep it down.
No,
Quinten
no,
Stewart
no.
has John Cena pictures next to his bed.
It may be at one time.
Dude dressed up as John Cena for Halloween.
Is this
last year.
Not
most
last year.
anticipated show for you, Peacemaker?
No, it's not my most anticipated. But I am cautiously optimistic because I thought John Cena was pretty funny in the Suicide Squad. So a whole show. There's a few other funny actors in there. I don't know the guy's name who's playing Vigilante, but I've seen him.
Look,
Yeah,
I think
it
we'll
could,
give
it
it a
could be
watch.
just something cool to watch.
No,
you
we'll
know?
give it a watch, and if
Just-
we think we can
yeah.
review it,
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
review it.
probably
Not that much investment
We'll
into the
probably do
show,
it.
but like something cool to watch.
We'll probably break down episode 1. If it sucks, then we won't.
Nah,
come back
we're
to
not
it.
going to
Yeah.
devote 30 minutes to Peacemaker.
Well,
No, we gotta let people know if they should watch it or not.
Not getting 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'll definitely run through it, rate the episode.
If it's a good show, I mean, we'll do it. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll
All right,
see.
boys.
All
You
right,
guys,
whoa,
if you-
projected rating on that?
Projected rating for that, I'm gonna project like a 7 to 7.5.
I was actually gonna say 7.5. I
Are
was
you
gonna say
serious?
7.5 as well.
You guys think that's going to be way better than Morbius?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 110%. Just because
Really?
James Gunn
I don't
is
think so.
involved.
I don't
James
think
Gunn's a
so.
good
Hey,
director. He's always has been.
Morbius, sleeper pick. Wait on it. It's going to be movie of the year.
It's been our best TikTok and our best reel. Oddly enough, I'm not sure why, but there you go.
Girls love vampires. It's a fact.
Scientific fact.
Says who?
Bro, you ever heard of the Vampire Diaries?
Read a book, Corey.
They're all about
seriously.
werewolves. I'm
You
pretty
ever
sure they're
heard of
about werewolves.
Twilight? I'm Team Jacob.
He's not a vampire, dude.
Yeah, he is. I thought he was a vampire.
No, that's Edward,
Nah,
dog.
Edward
That's
is, man.
Edward.
Nah, I thought Morbius was a vampire.
If you guys want a Twilight breakdown,
I'm
let
Team
us
Hey,
know.
Jacob.
we're
I'm a-
moving
I'm a-
on,
I'm a
guys.
wolf,
Thank you
you know
guys
what
for.
I'm saying?
Hey, listen.
All right.
Yeah,
we
thank
have
you for
to.
listening to us talk about Twilight. We're sorry.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I will
seriously,
never let that happen
I
again.
apologize.
All right, guys, the fans, you guys entered a poll with us. Thank you guys for doing that. We got a lot of good TV shows coming out this year. We're actually very lucky. Very
It's actually
lucky.
so weird.
On top of them, we got Halo, House of the Dragon, Lord of the Rings, Obi-Wan, Miss Marvel, if you're a fan, I guess, Bel Air, Moon Knight. I mean, nerd heaven, honestly. At the time we're
Book
in,
of Boba
it's crazy.
Fett is literally only on episode 2. It's going to go on for a while.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's only a 7-episode show, so we've only got 5
Yeah, but that's
more
7 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
saying?
definitely hype about it for sure.
I'm just talking about in standpoint of like show after show.
Oh yeah,
You know?
well, it's because we had a log jam for COVID. I mean, nothing was coming out. But and we didn't comment on this earlier, but Bel Air, they did recasted the whole show. That's such a missed opportunity. If you pay Will Smith the money, and HBO Max has the money, if you pay Will Smith the money and have him do the show with Jaden Smith play the son,
Garbage.
if you get Jaden
Garbage.
No,
Dude, I think this is going to be sick.
Hold on,
I think it's gonna be good.
wait. They put an incentive in their contract so Jaden Smith can't do drugs while he's on the show.
No,
No,
terrible.
come on.
Terrible.
Dude, you think
Jaden
Smith
Smith
is
is
not
not
incentive?
Will
You think
Smith,
they-
dude.
Get out.
Bro,
Are you
that
kidding
would be
me?
sick.
Get outta here, man.
If Will was raising his son,
No, this is going to be about a dude.
No
I
shot.
think this is going to be sick.
Nah, if they did that
It's gonna be a
show,
whole different show.
Jaden Smith would have to be far from that set. Far from that set. They would have to get somebody equivalent to Will Smith back in the day.
he looks
Mr.
like
Pimp.
He looks like
The
an
OG.
alien. I'm putting
Fresh
a pic of
Prince,
Jaden
baby.
Smith
The Fresh
right
Prince.
here. He looks like an
Can't do
alien
that.
right now. He looks gross.
All right,
Yep.
let's get in it. Quentin, what is the number one show you're looking forward to?
My number one show has to be Obi-Wan. Obviously, I'm a Star Wars guy. I will admit my bias.
Yeah. Get prepared for more.
Hayden
10 out of
Christensen
10,
coming back. I mean,
9.8.
talk about that, dude.
What'd you say?
Vader's coming back.
Well, yeah, and Hayden Christensen returning. Who never thought that would happen? You know, and that's been probably one of the better developments of Disney owning Star Wars has to be Hayden Christensen returning. I'd never thought it would happen, but it's gonna be crazy. He's actually gonna be in the suit too because we only had a little part with that. So
it's so cool because if you go on Disney Plus, you can watch a little not like clips of it, but it's a little behind the scene. He's like, dude, we're swinging at each other. Like you guys are in for another treat. Like it's gonna be sick. I think it's gonna be choreographed so well. But I'm just like, I think House of the Dragon is gonna be the best show of the year by far.
When does that come out?
Dude, none of these shows have actually released dates. They're all just
Not even Lord of the Rings?
2022.
I thought it was like-
it's all 2022.
I bet you on Prime Day or something they'll drop that. For
I
you.
hope they don't. I hope they don't come out at the same
Any
time.
guesses on any of them get pushed back?
Lord of the Rings.
I
I can see it.
Obi-Wan
Yeah.
doesn't have a release date though. It's rumored to be May the 4th, obviously for obvious reasons.
They should get that promotion going soon, then. Right? 4 months
that's
before?
I'm about to say. I think it's going to get pushed back.
Are they going to allude something in that in Book of Boba Fett?
I'd be really
Just, like,
surprised.
mess it up?
Maybe
No.
if there was a post-credit
No.
scene, but
Just like a little something to get you
I think a
hyped for it?
post-credit scene would maybe set up the Mandalorian season 3. It wouldn't set up. 'Cause I think
Yeah.
Boba's going to come back for Mando,
Yeah.
so.
I think Boba's going to get season 2.
Could. I think Lord of the Rings is going to be the best freaking TV show.
It should be with all the money they're putting in it. $2 billion.
They kind of have to. They need to start
It's a long
competing in
time
streaming.
coming. I've been waiting on this. Lord of the Rings fans, let me hear you. Yeah.
Get up, man.
Star Wars has been taking over way too long. We need to get this. We need to get the throne
It is
back.
crazy that there was a Game of Thrones show, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved Game of Thrones. It was crazy as a Game of Thrones show before there was a Lord of the Rings show in this time period where everybody's trying to use, popular IP.
Yeah,
you know
they
what I'm
should have
saying?
definitely been
What is
thinking about-
popular IP?
Intellectual property. So, Star Wars is
Spider-Man.
IP. Spider-Man's
okay,
IP.
okay. They're just trying to
It's
take
like,
money
yeah,
from
it's
it.
obviously a money grab.
Use it. But
Hey, by the way, the poll came out. Obi-Wan and House of the Dragon tied.
just wait.
Lord of the Rings was in last, even
They'll
behind
learn.
Halo.
They'll learn.
Paramount Plus got Halo,
They'll learn.
though. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hey, that
I mean,
has
Master
nothing
Chief's
to do
a
with how
beast.
good it's going to be.
No,
No,
it's
it's
I
just
don't
hype
think
level.
Paramount Plus is even
Honestly,
like that.
I don't think a lot of people know about Lord of the Rings coming out. They haven't done any promos for it or anything.
Yeah,
like
I think,
that.
literally
I
haven't
think
seen
that would be like a
anything.
December
No
drop.
trailers or anything. Yeah, I agree. It'll
But that's what
definitely
I'm
be
saying. It could easily get pushed back.
What they could do,
Just because they've done no
I don't think that's
marketing
pushing
for
it back. I think
what
they're
I think
just
they
planning
will
on it in
do,
December.
I think they may release it at the holidays, like you were saying, to compete with Mando season 3 because it's supposed to come out in December.
Exactly.
So
I mean,
And
it would,
honestly,
kill
I
that.
could-
It would
I could-
destroy that.
I could even see HBO waiting for House
Star
of the
Wars
Dragon.
is definitely more popular than Lord of the
You
Rings.
think
Game of Thrones
a
could
Lord
compete,
of the
though.
Rings
If
show
they drop that at the same
is
time,
not going to...
maybe?
That could fight.
What'd you say?
You think a Mandalorian show is going to beat Lord of the Rings show?
Mando for sure.
Oh, stop it.
I'm not saying it'll be better.
I'll just say
That's
that
not what
like
I'm saying.
most
but
parents got kids Disney Plus. They don't have them Amazon Prime. Like they're not gonna watch. Like,
I don't know if that
it's so accessible. I think everyone's on Disney
but
Plus. All these kids. Star Wars is a younger
These superhero
generation.
guys know nothing about the swords, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, when we go into trivia, I'm going to dominate this dude.
Legolas
so
would
bad.
absolutely destroy Spider-Man any day of the week.
Who?
Legolas.
That was stupid. All right, we're moving
Bad
on.
take.
Moving
We have
on to
to
some
move on.
trivia,
We have to move
guys.
on.
Let's get it.
Yeah, trivia. So rock, paper, scissors is how we determine who goes first here at Wicked Critics.
Yeah.
So
we might
let's-
change it in the future. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
And also, we need a good title for it, so put that in the comments below.
And
Title for trivia.
If you
Wicked,
guys,
Wicked trivia?
Wicked questions.
you guys don't mind.
Wicked wits.
Awful.
Ah, I kind of liked it.
Oh, okay. So now
Wicked
you guys
wits?
can.
What is
you
a
guys can
wit?
Suggest names. Let's,
I have no idea.
hey, before we start, just give me a second, guys.
All right. What you doing?
Just nothing.
For our listeners, what if people are just tuning in for the audio?
All I can say is this is the way, and let's get started.
Say it in the voice.
This is the way.
Garbage.
That was not the voice. I need something
Give me
better.
a
Because Boba
Boba
doesn't
Fett
say
line.
it. I have
Give
to
me
say
a
like a
Boba Fett
Boba line. He's no good to me dead. Hey, come on.
Hey, not bad.
All right, let's get this rock, paper, scissors in. Can you
For
even
real.
see me?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, get out.
Well, not because he's doing them off the front. I'll have to
Disrespect,
get out.
dude.
Oh, no. Then I want Quinn to answer first. All right, so
right.
what we're doing, guys, is like a soccer penalty shootout. Quinn gets a question. I get a question. Going to 5, but if it doesn't take 5 questions, you know what happens.
Okay, Quentin first. Let me find a good one here.
Can't hear you guys good.
C-3PO.
That
Can you
better?
hear me?
I can hear you now.
You can hear me? Yep. C-3PO is fluent in how many languages? It's not an exact number, I'll tell you that.
Oh, okay. Over 1,000 languages. I don't know.
Where are my C-3PO fans out there, dude? It's over 6 million. Over 60.
C-3PO.
Over 60
Wrong.
million languages.
Moving on. What's my
I
question?
did you dirty, C-3PO.
Yeah, I feel like everybody knows that.
Question to me.
I would have got it. What species stole the plans to the Death Star?
What species stole the plans of the Death Star?
That is the question.
That's a good one.
Tom, do you know this?
The Geonosians? What is
Wrong. Quentin, do you know?
I will take a pass.
It is, the Bothans? 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 Bothans?
it? The Bothan spies. Yeah.
Oh,
Bothans?
the Bothan
Yeah.
spies. Okay, that makes sense.
Score
All
one
right,
for
I
the
wouldn't have known that one. I'm
questionnaire.
happy I passed.
That's me, guys. I get a point.
All right, well, we're at both 0 for 0. 0-0.
0-0.
Wow, I didn't expect this, actually.
Just keep
What
going.
is the nickname of the Wookiee bounty hunter Snuba?
Snuba. I don't even know who that is. Snuba.
Garbage, not a Star Wars fan. The answer is Mad Claw.
What was it?
Next.
Mad Claw.
Mad Claw. I haven't heard
Claw.
Snuba. I'm sorry, Snuba.
All right. Moving on. What is the name of the Death Star's original commander?
Oh, I may know this actually.
Tarkin.
No, it's your question, right? Because I just went.
Is that your final answer?
Tarkin, yeah.
It's Grand Moff Tarkin. That's correct.
Let's go.
First
One.
answer. Yeah, bring it up. Bring it up.
Come on.
All right, guys, calm down. Calm down.
Come on.
Not too much. Let's calm it down. I have the helmet on. Let's go.
All right. Next one. Too easy. What is the creature that lives in the garbage compactor of the original Death Star called? For Mr. Boba Fett over there.
Sorry, I had to take a Bud Light break.
Come on, man.
I
Oh,
don't know.
it is the Dianoga.
I knew
What the
that.
hell?
Corey didn't know that. He would have said
I
something.
had no idea.
What is the score? Corey's up 1.
Yep.
He's over 3. I'm 1
Alright.
for
These
2.
have been tough questions. I'll
Win
give
by
it to
2.
Crispy.
Win by 2. If you get 2 right and Quinn has none, it's over.
Yeah.
Well, that would have been a good thing to tell me last turn.
What age did? But you get a redemption. What age did Padme Amidala become?
14.
Queen? Correct. Very good. Very good. Very good.
Very nice. Very
I know my girl. Come on now.
Yeah, I'll give him some applause. Just
Padme.
light one.
This Bud Light's for you.
Yeah, she bad. For Quentin to tie to move it on.
No, he has to get.
Yeah, he
these.
has to get
I
this
have to
or
get them
something.
both wrong.
Darth Tyrannus is also known as.
Say it one more time. I don't have my headphones actually.
The way you pronounce it is Darth Tyrannus.
Darth Tyrannus is also known as.
Count Dooku.
That is correct.
And he's still in it.
All right, I gotta get this right in this.
Very good, very good. All right, moving on.
Anticipation is
I don't want to
killing
ask
me.
that one. Oh, let's see. Too easy.
Too easy.
Nope, too easy.
They're all too easy when I'm playing, bro.
What did Luke cut off the Wampa using his lightsaber?
His arm.
That is correct. Very good. That was a good one. I didn't expect that.
1-0. Boom. Thank you for listening, guys.
Honestly, I didn't
1-0.
expect you to win that.
How
didn't
do you
expect
wanna
it.
know?
Nah.
I just beat
Because
you.
Quentin said make it harder. He didn't even get a single
I am
one.
already 3 for 4.
No,
You're
but how
1
do you
for
want to
4.
know though? You were up 3-1. And we were playing to 5, right?
Nah, he's
No,
nah,
we're playing.
no. It was like 1 by 2. It was like golden goal.
Yeah, it was like soccer.
Oh, okay.
You
Got
get one.
it.
He gets
Not
one.
a
You were
soccer
1
guy,
for
but
you were 1 for 4. I was 3 for 4. So the best you would have gotten is 2 for 5.
I had harder questions, but that's okay. Congratulations.
I don't want to shake your hand. I'll just take my win,
Yeah.
people.
Boba Fett does
I'll
not
take my
laugh
win.
like that,
And
just
next
saying.
week I'll be in that chair to watch Quentin lose another week of trivia.
All right,
wow.
guys. Take us out.
Listen up, guys. Thank you guys for listening, guys. Please go to Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Follow us. Come on. We need some engagement.
Yep.
We need some people to talk
Come on.
to.
We
Yeah,
need some
we need
people
a
to
little
talk
bit
to.
more.
Thank you guys for
just be
tuning
talking
in.
to these guys.
Christian's over here just
Applause and a
trying to
wave.
get our fans to calm down,
All
and
right,
we
guys.
get it.
Okay, turn it down, and we're out.
We're out.
And we're out.